Hello, and welcome to Hypeno, where we bring you the latest news briefings and analysis on technologies and EVs to keep you informed. This hour in focus, we are exploring why Huawei's new smartphone uses more China-made parts than previous models. But before we proceed, please kindly like and subscribe to this channel by clicking the bell notification feature below to help YouTube learn of your preferences and to receive notifications each time new videos are uploaded on this channel. Let's get started. Huawei Technologies' new high-end smartphone contains more China-made chip components than previous models, in a sign of Beijing's advances in the semiconductor sphere, according to research firm Tech Insights, which is taking the device apart. It looks like more than half, maybe two-thirds of the silicon is domestically grown capability, where in the phones we were seeing 2 to 3 years ago, a third was domestic. That's another really big advance they've made, Dan Hutchison, an analyst with Tech Insights, told Reuters. The Ottawa-based firm has since last weekend been examining parts of Huawei's Mate 60 Pro and said earlier that the phone is powered by a new advanced chip that China's top contract chipmaker SMIC manufactured using an advanced 7-nanometer NM technology, a breakthrough for the duo hit by U.S. sanctions. The significance is that it shows that China has been able to stay 2 to 2.5 nodes behind the world's best chip companies. People thought they would be stopped at 14 nanometer, Hutchison said. Analysts have been speculating over how costly it has been for Huawei to achieve the breakthrough, revealed last week during U.S. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo's visit to China, and what the chip's production yield could be, which refers to the number of usable chips from each wafer and affects production costs. Some research firms forecast SMIC's 7nm process has a yield rate below 50% versus the industry norm of 90% or more, and the low yield would limit shipments to around 2 to 4 million chips, not enough for Huawei to regain its former smartphone market dominance. Hutchison, however, said above 50% was reasonable in his view, saying the chip was made in a far cleaner fashion and was much more competent than an earlier iteration of a 7nm chip, also made by SMIC, that Tech Insights examined last year. "You can tell by how well it's made," he said. "China's been buying tools like crazy, so they probably have the capability to do this and yield with it." Huawei and SMIC did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Huawei's smartphone business was decimated after the U.S. started restricting tech exports to the company in 2019, and analysts say the phone could mark a first step in the company's efforts to come back to rival Apple. Some early users of the phone have also posted videos of the phone containing NAND flash memory chips made by South Korea's SK Hynix Inc., which voluntarily suspended chip sales to Huawei after the Chinese firm was hit by Washington sanctions. SK Hynix no longer does business with Huawei since the introduction of the U.S. restrictions against the company, and with regard to the issue, we started an investigation to find out more details, the company said in a statement. SK Hynix is strictly abiding by the U.S. government's export restrictions. Huawei launched the Mate 60 series without much fanfare, and 2 variants are already selling in China. Now, a third family member is on its way, the Mate 60 Pro Plus, and a leak revealed its memory versions. The phone will have 16 GB RAM and 2 storage choices, 512 GB or 1 TB. The same leakster stated the starting price could be CNY 8,999, which equals $1,231/1,150 Huawei Mate 60 Pro Plus in a drop-down menu for a vendor. Huawei Mate 60 Pro Plus in a drop-down menu for a vendor. The Huawei Mate 60 Pro Plus is expected to be the mightiest phone in the lineup, with a class-leading quad-cam setup on the back, packed on a Halo island. While there will no longer be a Porsche-designed phone, Huawei is set to launch the RS Ultimate Design variant with a unique design for people who wouldn't mind paying extra for even more premium materials. The price is not a shocker anymore, at least not in the context of flagships. For comparison, the Mate 50 Pro The previous series did not have a plus. Cost £1,200 in the UK or €1,200 in continental Europe. And it had only 8 GB RAM and 256 GB storage. Expandable by 256 GB more with an N card. We are still awaiting official information on whether Huawei will launch any of these phones outside of China. That brings us to a conclusion for the time being. I appreciate you coming. Until the next video, take care.